I'm Jim Joros, and this is your PLCHero Weekly. Today, I want to introduce you to PLC Troubleshooting 101. When it comes to troubleshooting PLCs, the biggest problem is that they are so reliable, we often forget the basics. Learning how to navigate from the output through the program in a methodical and safe manner is essential for anyone who works with PLCs. PLC Troubleshooting 101 is the first of several troubleshooting tutorials that follow. So, let's begin. 90% of all PLC problems are related to real-world inputs and outputs. Troubleshooting inputs or outputs begins with the end. That is, starting with the output. There are 4 reasons for starting with the end. Number 1, an output address can only be used once in your logic program. Number 2, an input address can be used multiple times in a logic program. Number 3, the output device may be energized, but failing mechanically. Number 4, it could be an electrical problem, a blown fuse, overload, starter coil not energized, etc. Starting with the actual device of an output, you need to determine if it's mechanical or electrical. In this case, we have a 10 horsepower motor driving a pump. Is the motor actually running and the pump coupling slipping on the shaft, or is the motor not running at all? In this case, the motor is not energized, so therefore it's electrical. Next step is to go to the source of power. Here we have 3-phase 480 volts AC fed from MCC 3J28 via contactor 243 terminals T1, T2, T3, and is protected by 60 amp fuses plus current overload protection. After determining everything checks out except for the contactor not being energized, we need to go to the next step, which is to find the source of power for the contactor. Here we see contactor 243 is energized by 110 volts from output terminal O:1/3 on output 1762-OW8 module. Checking for an output voltage on terminal O:1/3, we have 0 volts. The next step would be to determine if we have voltage to the output module, as well as if other outputs are affected. If we had 0 volts to the output module, we would have to go to the source to determine that condition. In our scenario, that is not the case. O:1/3 indicates no voltage output is present to energize motor 218 discharge pump. In our next tutorial, we will look at going online and determining the root cause of the problem. Thank you for joining another PLCHero tutorial. If you want more, make sure you join us at PLCHero.com. It's a great place to network, to learn, to share your experiences, and to advance your career.